Bentar nih, ambil ini dulu. Sip. Nah ini kan weapon teknik triple notch kita, jadi kita punya 3 peluru sekali panas. Bentar, kayaknya ada quest lagi dah. Sabar, sebelum ke utama kita kerjain dulu. Hold until the embassy on hold until the embassy has been complete. Aku kurang ngerti nih, ini kenapa kelok ya? Mungkin harus ngerjain quest yang lain dulu kali ya. Oke, ada quest hijau lagi dulu. Kita quest hijau dulu ya. Quest hijau dulu.
Oh, hi. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'll be right with you. Okay, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm saying it's overkill.
It's a weapon. Kill is the point.
Not if it blows the user's arm off. Oh, just stop talking. Where are we? Ah. So, you look like someone who's always searching for a new weapon. Am I right?
Kayak blacksmith ya ini.
Actually,
Koplo.
But you're
Kaget
just
gua
nuts.
anjing.
I am with a customer.
I'm not a customer.
I got it. Triple the powder. It'll blow a strider sky high. Ba-boom. One shot kill. Guaranteed.
Maybe I am.
Then you are in the right place at the right time, Red. How would you like to be the proud owner of the world's first machine-enhanced,
Explosive. Done in one. Machine wrecking.
yet perfectly safe, javelin thrower?
Wih, javelin thrower apa? Kita lempar tombak ya?
Are you two from around here?
Nah, the claim. Dad sent us out west in search of some unknown opportunity. Said we'll know it when we see it.
Sounds like you had other ideas.
Let's just say that opening another trading post for my parents isn't how I want to make my mark in this world. I imagine traveling alone must be nice.
So she's your partner?
My apprentice and my sister. She's why we're out here. There was an incident. Another incident.
Makanya kita di sini aja gara-gara
Involving
insiden.
explosives?
Ba-boom.
And Dad's precious homebrew. He shipped us out the next day.
Huh.
Makasih Indra, medical kita bisa naik mamut gak? Belum nemu mamut ya
Tell
yang di
me more
trailer.
about this weapon of yours.
Saw a scroll when I was a kid by some Karsha scholar who wandered out west. Had a scary drawing of a Tenakth warrior hunting with a kind of javelin thrower. Effective? Yes. Basic? Undoubtedly. But coming out here made me remember it. And I'm on the brink of vastly improving the tool's archaic design.
Whereas I will perfect it.
I can use machine parts to enhance the user's throw, increase the projectile's velocity. Well, Boomer here is adamant that enhancing the projectile is better. Namely with explosive tips.
Boomsticks.
Why not both?
That could work. There's one small snag. I need the parts to make the first working model.
Well, for starters, I'll need charger horns. Intact.
Yeah, that. Just be sure to shoot them
Habis
off
kemana yang
before
udah
the
live?
machine
Udah
goes
kali berapa
down.
hari?
Otherwise
Hari
they'll
Jumat
break.
tuh
But the real innovation,
aku
keep it to yourself.
ini ngambil PS4 aku. Ini PS4 aku kan di
There's
rumah
a
teman.
mean one east of here.
Terus
Blow it
Sabtunya mau
sky
streaming
high.
tidur,
Boomer!
ngantuk.
You get them for me. It's yours. My treat.
You have a deal.
Nah, kita butuh charger horn sama apa tadi? Fang horn. Jadi kita kayaknya mau dikasih tombak. Katanya dia tombaknya tuh bisa lebih presisi. Tapi dia kan tadi kan ngomongnya bumbu-bumbu lo, kayaknya dia peledaknya. Terus Eloy bilang tadi, kenapa nggak lo satuin aja? Jadi lo lempar tombak, terus meledak. Betul juga lo katanya. Betul juga. Nah, kita butuh apa tadi? Charger horn. Charger horn ya, tanduk charger sama fang horn
Could get around
grip.
faster if I find a charger to override.
Let's Kok dia gede-gede cok? Dia gede anjing. Goblok. Sabar, chill dulu, chill. Kalau butuh fang horn, charger horn tuh kita berarti tembak ininya ya, tanduk. Nah, ini mau nyoba senjata baru boy. Sharp shoot bow. Sabar. Ini kalau butuh tanduk berarti kita scan dulu.
It's weak against shock.
Weak against shock. Kita butuh tanduk ya. Blaze canister. Oh enggak. Ini nih, horn. Detachable, destroy when kill. Oke, upgrade resource sama attack removal. Nah, kita pack dulu deh. Kita cari posisi yang enak dulu. Tapi kayak bisa sih tadi. Kita butuh tanduknya soalnya. Butuh 3 ya. Mati dong. Bentar, bahannya bikin apa coy? Itu apa anjir, gambar kayak buah, kacang. Aduh, ribet juga pelurunya nih.
Cauldrons could teach me how to override these machines. But where would they be?
Burung. Sekarang dia nih. Oke, sip. Tipis-tipis aja dulu. Nah, kita butuh ini cowok, tanduk. Makanya gue maksud tadi itu, kalau misalnya bahan-bahannya ribet, mendingan gak usah upgrade dulu. Karena ya gitu. Kita harus ngincer bagian badannya banget baru baru mantap gitu, baru keluar itunya. Tanduk ya, kita incar tanduk ya. Let's Sarah weapon.
Shoot off the horns before it goes down.
Nggak bisa pakai ini. Pakai ini matinya cepet banget aja. Let's cukup. 1, 3. Goblok, ketahuan gue. Wah, goblok anjing, kaget. Santai. Udah ya, selesai ya?
I should have enough charger horns for Della and Boomer now. Just need a rib from that fang horn they were talking about.
Tinggal cari fang horn. Dulu kayu 100, 400. Sebanyak. Tidak bisa berlebihan. Ini ya. Fanghorn rib. Sabar.
Boomer said that fang horn should be nearby.
Lama ketahuan ini, Cok. Ini bisa di silent kill nggak sih?
There's the fanghorn. Gonna have to take it down to get its rib.
Rib. Fanghorn rib. Matiin yang ini dulu, Cok. Ganggu. Kita material buat sharp arrow kayaknya dapat dari kill mesin ya. Ini. Mana suka nggak dapat, Cok.
Should hit it with frost ammo.
Weak sama es, strong sama api. Es. Coba mulai rasanya ya. Chain reaction chamber sama es ya. Es.
Got it goes. Should be able to harvest its rib.
Oh, badannya tinggal segini doang. Oh, iya.
Got everything I need for Dell and Boomer.
Udah.
Now, to see about that weapon of theirs.
Aku pikir terus kayak tadi. Sip. Ini tinggal nih. Kalau stream ini di YouTube sebenarnya resolusinya bisa digedein lagi. Asli. Tapi pakai source pun nggak masalah sih ini. Oke kok Bu ya. Yang gak oke itu Elgato gua nih. Sangat tidak oke. Ini gue main di gua tuh nggak 60 fps, Cok. Terus agak patah-patah dikit nih. Kalau main di TV ya, maksudnya nggak karena streaming, mantap bisa, Cok, grafiknya, Cok. Magnitude lah, magnitude pokoknya kalau di kata-kata hentai, Cok. Magnitude. Apa peluru dulu? Habis peluru.
I know that look. You've got all the parts, haven't you?
Here you go.
Outstanding! I only need a few minutes to finish the prototype.
I'll take the version that won't blow my arms off. Thanks.
Mukanya anjing. Boleh
Hi.
boleh katanya.
So did you blow up any machines to get the parts? Or any bandits?
You really like explosions, huh?
Here we go.
With the boomsticks?
Oh, you betcha.
Is it safe?
Probably.
Can I have one?
No!
Aw.
Because we're gonna make you something even better.
Ba-boom!
Lucu banget ya. Boom. Spike thrower. Ini senjata baru juga nih. Di Horizon pertama nggak ada soalnya. Wah. Ya, worth to try lah ya. Ini belum pernah pakai, Cok, tombak itu aja. Ntar ini ada quest satu lagi aja. Oh, satu lagi kayaknya gue butuh ini deh. Increase damage while include weapon technique sharp bow. Oh, ini boleh nih. Apa nih? Silent strike. Deals more damage. Smoke bomb capacity. Deal more tear damage while in stealth. Increasing damage to remove enemy armor part of machine. Oh, boleh juga. Tapi bentar, kayaknya gue butuh sesuatu deh. Mana ya? Silent strike heal, focus shot. RO nih. Focus shot. Boleh nih sorbo lagi apa namanya? Gue butuh ini apa sih? Ngecraft tuh sekali ngecraft tuh butuh banyak. Sekali ngecraft panah yang bisa dihasilin lebih banyak dengan harga yang sama. Mana ya? Bukan. heavy lifter, bukan. Mounted defense, ya ini boleh sih sebenarnya. Ini dulu aja deh. Cuma gue nggak mau ngambil ini cok, panah itu panah. Medicine capacity, heal potion, bukan. Melee attack, bukan. Mana ya? Yang nge-craft lebih banyak kalau quick trap, ini main trap. Sini ya, power attack bukan. Ntar aja lah, ngali aku cok. Wait. Explosive stick.
Didn't expect to see you up and
Ya
about.
upgrade dulu boleh sih. Nah, restock dulu. Cukup ya.
Alvin must do it.
Siapa tahu bisa di-upgrade kan tombaknya ya. Lama pisan. Bisa nih. Scrouger sirkulator. Itu apa sih? Bom meledak ya? Anjir duit gua habis cok. Gua baru habis itu anjing.
Why?
I've heard of your adventures.
Something wrong with your knee? Walk past Thurless old shop and tripped over one of the stupid wires.
Ya,
Drinks
Siapa tuh?
later?
emang tuh ya masuk.
Aloy.
Hey, Ray.
Change your
Another.
mind about that
Asli.
brew?
Fancy a game of
Come for
straight?
that beer
Bentar,
after
Mang.
all, eh? Here, sit
Lagi
down.
streaming Horizon.
Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
Kan Horizon game.
There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Nih disuruh minum-minum gitu.
Fire and spit.
Udah dong.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Well, things aren't as bad since you got this place running again. But we still got Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. If you don't put that down, I'll come over there and show you how that game ends. Anyway, right now, I'm just worried about those refugees out from Sunfall. To come all this way enduring Forge knows what.
Shadow Carja refugees. What are they doing in the Daunt?
Looking for a new home, I gather. They're camped out by an old trailhead, southwest of here. And therein lies the problem. A stormbird crashed up on the cliffs last week, and Talon Cleanbrokers had his eye on the salvage ever since. But the refugees have barred entrance. Mustn't interrupt their sun-scorched ritual. Something about finding a twilight path.
Shadow Carja lagi kah?
Never heard them talk about that before.
Yeah, well, these particular Shadow Karja are an odd bunch. But overall, they're peaceful folk. Not that it matters to Talland. He'll crack some heads to get to that salvage. Maybe you could swing by. Convince him to set up camp somewhere else?
So the bristlebacks in the Daunt.
You're a pig. Blasted things, those bristlebacks. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But bless the bellows, you cleared them out and got this place working again. That put a dent in Olvin's plans. Now, if only there were some way to smash them all together and run them out of town.
But how could bristlebacks in the Daunt help Olvind?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the bristlebacks came from, Olvind has taken to blaming the Karja for them. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
About that, I think the bristlebacks came out of Olvin's old mine.
Now there's a spark that could light a fire. Can you prove it?
I'm working on it.
By the forge. Grab my ear if you nail it down.
Iya, berarti karena berserbak itu disalah-salahin lah Karja. Nah, dia tuh kayak pengen ngambil alih gitu ya, berarti si Ulbun ini ya. Wah, sepertinya ditahan dulu karena azan. Jadi selamat menikmati steering ini. Dan saya mau benerin facecam, nggak bisa, error lagi aja facecam aing. Kenapa ya facecam aing begini mulu ya? Sebel. Benerin facecam dulu lah, azan. Cek dulu kamera aing ya teman-teman. Masih nge-freeze. Nggak pernah bener-bener nih kameranya. Camlink coba. Eta nggak keluar kameranya. Tuh ngadet anjing kamera gua. Aneh banget cok. Video capture. Tuh ngepres aja kamera aing. Aneh banget. Coba aku cek lagi ya sebentar ya. Eta masih ngebug anjing. Masih ngebug kamera gua anjing. Tuh gitu mulu cok. Tapi ya kalau dibuat foto tuh keluar cok. Aneh banget anjing. Bangsat emang. Entah apapun yang bikin dia nabrak cok. Bingung aing. Tuh nggak keluar kalau yang ini. Mbak, masih ngebug anjing. Berasa liat foto NFT ya, si paling NFT. Tuh gambarnya nge-freeze anjing, aneh banget. Suka nabrak itu ya. Udah lah ya. Kita lanjut lagi. Jam 1:30 aing sholat dulu. Apa yang membawa kamu ke
Thought
sini?
you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back, but realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
What else can you tell me about the Shadow Carja refugees?
Well, they don't call themselves Shadow Carja for one. At least not anymore. They're some other brand of sun crazed.
Refugees tuh bahasa
But
Indonesianya apa
whatever
ya?
side of the sun they're on, they're peaceful through and through. Don't seem to want for nothing
Refugee,
except a
enggak,
place
itu
to
mah
live,
refuse cok.
pray,
Refugees
and
tuh kayak
enough
ini
food
cok,
to
apa
keep
sih
from
kayak
starving.
So
Warga,
they're just
apa sih
camped
namanya?
outside by a trail, blocking entry to a wrecked stormbird, waiting for
bukan
what
refuse
exactly?
gitu.
Don't really
Refugees
know,
tuh ya
but I'll tell you
kayak
this. Should they ever wise
kayak
up and
kekomplotan
salvage
juga
it,
deh.
a stormbird heart is
Bahasa
worth a
Indonesianya
lot.
lupa gua.
And if they get there first, then by Ostrom law, it's theirs. Not that Tolan clean brokers ever lost sleep over any law breaking.
Who is this Tolland clean broker?
Just some chuff-huffing pondsman. Got a shop here in town. Lived in Chainscrap since there was a Chainscrap. He and Ulvin go back a ways. Like a pair of coals and a campfire, those two.
Pengungsi.
So
ya,
Tolland works
pengungsi.
for Ulvin?
Ulvin might think so, but Talon scrapes up his own scams. And he ain't the type to let a few refugees get between him and Stormbird salvage.
Jadi kayaknya si sebetulnya ini ada masalah sama pengungsi Shadow Karja. Shadow Karja tuh dulu ada Karja juga, apa sih, warga suku Karja juga, cuma dia kayak beda gitu loh. Kalau Karja biasa tuh kayak dia nyembah matahari apa gitu. Dan Shadow Karja ini kayak kegelapannya gitu, versi lainnya gitu.
So about Olvend.
Around here, everything's about Olvend.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Karja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
This concession decree, what is it exactly? And how would it help Olvend?
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Karja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Karja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Olvend has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrap would become an Osram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm up that way, I'll talk to the refugees. Try to convince them to move.
Much appreciated. They have it rough. Don't need Talon making it rougher.
Pengungsi. Betul.
Petra said Tolland has a shop here in Chainscrap. I could have a word with him first.
Meridian needs a challenge.
Yeah,
Play some
yeah.
strike.
Jadi sedikit masuk akal gitu ya. Makanya karena Bristleback ini nyalain Karja. Kalau ada tanda apa saja kayak ada tadi petisi apalah tadi itu sebutannya. Jadi apa namanya? Jadi nggak bisa diklaim, jadi bisa lebih kaya lagi. Intinya ya kayak mau dimonopoli. Talk to Holland. Nah, Holland cok, bakery ya Holland. Ada scam juga nih. Mana cok, arah mana cok? Oh, di sini. Ini ya.
It's you. The machine hunter that bailed out the Karja.
Never heard it put that way before.
What do you want?
Heard you've been hassling refugees up by the cliffs.
Yeah, well, you heard wrong. There's salvage up there. A stormbird. Nailed him myself with a harpoon here in town. Not an easy shot if I do say so myself. It clipped its wing. And it crashed into the old tower up there. Killed it quick. Yeah, so if anyone's hassling anyone, it's the Shadow Karja filth that's blocking the way up to my claim.
And you're ready to crack some skulls to get to it?
No need. It's a raggedy bunch. Probably all starved before I have to lift a finger.
We'll see about that.
Oh yeah, we will, won't we? Now shop's closed to Karja lovers. On your blasted way.
Hari minum obat. 700 jauh pisan cok. Oh, iki Shadow Karja toh. Oke. Twilight Karja Camp. Ya. Make sense more. Masalah jalan aja cok. Oh bisa nih. Jadi gue nggak bisa loncat. Iya iya iya. Kanan ya.
Them shadow cards are taking a
Those
beating.
people are under attack.
Hey! You up there! Aren't you gonna help?
Not my job. I'm just here to keep an eye on the chain straight.
Wah wah, yang ini sakit, sumpah yang ini sakit. Punten. Gak bisa, itu gak bisa, itu gak bisa. Yang ini sakit banget sumpah. Ini om. Goblok aja cuma atas senjata. Ah, nggak kena cok goblok.
More machines on their way.
Get to safety. I'll handle the rest.
Go, Lakasha! I'll help the Nora!
Dia sakit. Sakit bangsat.
That's the last of them. Better check on the refugees. I'll save the extra stock for later.
Sip. Kentang mulu susah anjir main di itu. Pengungsi.
Is it bad, Lakasha?
Shh, now. Everything will be fine.
Is everyone okay?
Bruised, but not buried. Our order will live to see another day.
Are you sure about that?
We're no strangers to hardship, Nora. We've crossed half the Sundom with no more than the clothes on our backs. And as soon as our Sun Priest returns, our path will be clear. For now, we wait.
Well, you're better off waiting somewhere else. Your people need shelter. There's a town east of...
Chainscrap. Yes, we know of it. Savohar says it's not suitable for us.
Who?
Our Sun Priest. Our order has made it this far thanks to his guiding light.
Okay, and where is this Savohar?
He went up to the tower to meditate 3 days ago, and he won't come down until the sun shows him the way to our new home. The fallen storm bird is an omen, he said. And of course, it must be.
I see. And how long do you plan on waiting for him?
Until he returns. He will return. He must.
You're Shadow Karja, aren't you?
We are the Order of Twilight.
The difference being...
When the usurper Avad killed his father, we fled with the Karja in shadow to Sunfall. Our lives there were difficult. Savohar saw our misery, lifted us up, protected us from the corrupt priests and heartless kestrels. When their rule ended, Savohar led us from the Shadowlands. The long night ends, and the setting sun will lead us to salvation, he said. And so he named us the Order of Twilight. We journeyed west in search of a better life.
Why didn't you go back to Meridian?
Avad is a patricide. We will not kneel to the likes of him. We must walk in twilight to our new home. Savohar will lead us there.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
There's an Oseram in Chainscrap, Tolland. He wants the Stormbird up there.
Yes. He was here just yesterday. A very unpleasant man, even by Oseram standards. He made all manner of threats. But we will not be intimidated.
That's all well and good, but he's got friends. Sooner or later, his whole gang will show up.
Savohar will come through. He always does. We just need to give him more time.
You're out of time, Lakasha. You need to consider packing up and...
We won't leave him. And we won't let others disrupt his meditation.
Well, they're going to try. Your priest, Savohar. You said he's been up there 3 days?
His meditation can't be rushed.
So he does this often? Meditating for days on end?
Well, it doesn't usually take this long. But he will guide us through. He always has.
Yang satu kayak nurut banget
We
sama
have faith.
petapa aja.
Sure. But shelter looks like a more pressing concern.
Yang satu kayaknya tadi si itu mentionin ya Stormbird ya, kayaknya mau ngebunuh binatang burung, robot burung.
Look at yourselves. Those machines nearly wiped you out. And Oseram thugs are watching you, just waiting to strike. You're in danger here. You need to grab Savohar and get out.
Our situation. This is the worst we've endured. I know we cannot stay here, but without Savohar to guide us, I don't...
Let me up there. And I'll convince him it's time to move on.
But his meditation... If he hasn't received his vision, he won't follow.
At least let me check on him. If he's been up there for days.
Yes. Yes, that is sensible, I suppose. Please, be careful. The trail up to the tower's falling apart. Savohar is strong, but it could not have been an easy climb.
It rarely is.
Anjay.
Let the Nora pass.
Twilight Landing. Punten bos, ngambilin stok bos. Orang susah, barang diambil-ambilin cok. Goblok. Jadi kayaknya tuh orang si siapa sih Tom Holland Tom Holland sih siapa namanya itu Holland Osborn apa sih namanya itu tadi? Kayaknya mau ke atas deh, kayaknya entah kenapa ngincer Stormbird tuh kalau nggak salah robot burung. Nah tapi ini warga ini tuh dijaga, makanya tadi kayak dia nggak mau nolong kan, karena ya udah biarin aja. Kalau nggak ditolongin malah bagus. Jadi si siapa namanya nih orang-orang sini pada modar gitu kan, pada modar. Jadi si orang-orang Oseram tuh bisa naik ke atas. Jadi tuh kita mau bantu para pengungsi ini cok. Kemana ke atas aja? Oh.
Looks like I should head up.
bos ya. Kasihan bos. Ya kan bener ya? Bener. Tembak. Nah, ini emang diikat sengaja goblok. Ya, jadi sama ya, Ulfun sama Holland tuh sama-sama kayak scam juga aja.
Part of the ladder. Akasha was right. The trail's in bad shape. This looks recent. Must have broken off when Savohar climbed up here.
Kalem, bukan Eloy namanya kalau nggak bisa manjat, bos.
I think I can reach those beams if I jump against the cliff.
Oh, bisa wall jump. Oh, bisa wall jump anjing. Masuk. Banyak tutorial.
Okay, now how to climb higher.
Anjing, meditasinya kurang tinggi bangsat orang apa petapa ini.
Ladder must have broken off after Savohar passed through. I need to find another way up.
Ada kristal nih, bos. Scan. Shortcut.
Broken bridge. I might be able to make the jump to the other side.
Oke, lari. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. YOLO. Bisa. Kon turun si goblok.
That's a lot of blood. Savohar's?
Ada darah katanya. Banyak darah, Cok.
Must have hurt himself pretty bad getting over the bridge. It's not looking good. Looks like he left a trail. There's the Stormbird. Getting closer. Machines. Savohar must have snuck past them. I could probably slip past them. Or take them out.
Bisa di-highlight mereka goblok. Oke. Stormbird. Anjing, aing YOLO aja gitu lah, lurus aja ini hidup. Langsung aja lah ya, nggak usah dilawan deh.
Okay, I think I'm in the clear.
Bentar, ini main asal. Ini aja aing. Nggak di scan, nggak di apa nih. Ini apa nih, Cok? Ini baru runtuhan gini. Pintu kah? Oh enggak deh. Ini ada something wrong ini. Oh, dapat. Rumah ini tempat kita awal ya. Oke, naik dulu. Hop.
Savohar. In pretty bad shape.
Oh ini cok, petapanya cok.
The true sun above me. The true sun before me. Show me the way this eventide. The true sun above me.
You must be Savohar.
The true sun before me. Show me the way this eventide. No. No. The vessel must be empty for the coming vision.
You don't need a vision. You need medical attention. On the way up, I saw parts of the trail had given way. Is that how you hurt yourself?
My pain. All part of the ritual.
You're hurt bad. And your people are running out of time. Staring at the Stormbird isn't solving anything.
You don't understand the omen. It fell here at the beacon. I just need to see the twilight path. My people will find their home.
Listen, Lakasha is doing the best she can down there, but machine attacks, angry Oseram. The Order is scared, Savohar.
The last rays of eventide will burn away their fear.
I don't think so. What do you think's gonna happen here? If you sit long enough, the sun will show you something?
A path to a new home. The fallen machine can only mean that the storm has passed.
Tidur.
Salvation is at hand.
Jadi ini nih kalau yang
Or some Oseram shot it and it hit an old tower.
shot it and hit an old. Oh iya, jadi mikirnya si petapa ini tuh Aing lagi streaming cok, lagi main Horizon. Ya nggak apa-apa, orang main petualangan. Jadi tuh ternyata mikirnya tuh bahwa siapa namanya Stormbird nih itu ini cok, apa namanya sebuah ilham gitu. Padahal mah diserang juga sama si Osram itu cok, si Holland itu, makanya dia mikirnya nih ilham, padahal mah emang mau nyerang gitu, apa namanya si orang-orang bawah gitu nyerang, tapi ngirain ini ilham ya.
I think you punctured a lung. You can't heal it with prayer.
The sun will provide, and I will not lose faith.
I'd be more concerned about losing blood. Your people are worried about you. They need shelter, security.
The true sun above me, the true sun before me. Show me the way this
I
eventide.
think you've been staring at your salvation this whole time.
The true sun above me.
Gotta get over to that Stormbird. Grab its heart.
Stormbird Heart. Eta nih gimana cara yang kesana cok? Oh. Mati gua. Si goblok anjing, untung gak mati karakter gua.
The Stormbird heart is valuable. Enough to feed all the refugees waiting below. And his answer is sunstroke and a prayer? Why does every priest I meet think blind faith is the answer to everything?
Iya itu tadi. Mikirnya kayak gila nih. Salah banget cok. Doa kayak gitu cok. Oh butuh Stormbird Heart-nya itu ya. Makanya itu bernilai buat si Osram tadi tuh yang kita awal-awal ngomong. Tapi ngiranya nih ilham. Akhirnya makanya mereka si tadi Shadow Guardian di bawah tuh kayak ngeblok gitu kan, kayak udah jangan masuk lu gitu kan. Jadi yang satu mikirnya ilham, yang satu mikirnya cuan cok. Jadi miskom gitu ya. Iya. Hai. Nah, ini kalau misalnya Stormbird ya. Ke atas ya. Stormbird tuh kalau nggak salah burung gede di Horizon 1. Gak tau deh ini nanti ketemu lagi apa enggak ya. Dulu sempat jadi momok juga tuh anjing Stormbird. Ngelawannya najis. Wih. Lumayan, ada box. Ini kayaknya kemana, Cok? Oh, naik. Gimana ya? Suruh ke atas ya.
The Osram that was watching the refugees probably went to get Tolland. I gotta get them out of here before he comes back.
Nah ini bener Stormbird, Cok. Nah iya bener nih Stormbird nih.
Looks like some kind of lens. Guess I'll keep it for later.
Nah apa nih? Nah ini nih Pristine Stormbird Heart.
There. The Order should be able to afford shelter with this heart. Some food and a change of clothes wouldn't hurt either.
Nah iya benar. Ya kan daripada nungguin ilham udahlah nih hatinya Stormbird gua kasih.
Savahar, how you holding up?
Lu jual nih buat warga-warga lu gitu. Ini dong. Ini gimana caranya, Cok? Hayya! Oh. Bisa gini.
Savahar.
Modar, Cok.
I guess you did the best you could. Rest easy now. I'll make sure your people are safe. I should let Lakasha know. And give her the Stormbird heart.
Meninggal, Cok, didiemin 3 hari di situ. Nah, tuh kan nih orang-orang Osram, Cok. Jadi si ini percaya bahwa jangan diganggu gitu kan. Nah, Osram nih kayak mau cuan, Cok, mau nyari hatinya Stormbird itu. Yang satu nungguin ilham, yang satu pengen cuan, Cok. Nah, ini nih Osram nih.
I'm a generous gent.
Nah, ini nih tolan. Holan sih.
So I'll give you one more chance to make it easy on yourselves and clear out.
We won't let you pass, Asaram. If you choose bloodshed, that's on your conscience.
Ain't it just like the Karja to make things harder than they have to be? Okay, boys. You heard her. Get your consciences ready.
Hold on now, Tolland.
You again? Listen, I'm all out of patience here. I clipped that Stormbird's wings. The salvage is mine. I don't care who gets in my way. Nora savages or shadow cars or flea bags. I'm taking it.
You sure you want to do that, Tolland? You know who I am.
Anjing, ngasih sih
What
galak
makes
nih.
you think a single Osram lunkhead can take me down?
I've got 4 guys. Huh? Ah, blast it. Okay. You win. Hey, I'm doing fine. I don't need that salvage anyhow. But these people need all the help they can get. Come on, boys. Back to Chainscrap. I need a drink.
Kuburin dulu yang. Ya gimana, Cok? Udah modar, Cok. Yang galak-galak baru pakai tangan cok emot, kalau yang ini baru pakai hati anjing.
Again, we thank you.
You're welcome. Now take this heart. Use it to buy food, clothes, shelter for your people. Maybe even land to build a new home.
This is... Savohar must make these decisions.
No, I'm sorry, Lakasha. Savahar isn't coming back. He's gone. I know it's hard, but your people need a leader now. Go to Chainscrap. Talk to the forge woman there, Petra. Give her the Stormbird heart. She'll look after you and your people until you can get back on your feet. Find your path.
I'll do my best, Aloy. What choice do I have? Here, please accept this. It is modest, but I hope it helps in some small way. To Chainscrap then.
Ketar-ketir kan. Nggak, lo pikir lo siapa ngelawan gue katanya. Oke, selesai. Weh, dapat ini lagi, cowok, dapat skill point lagi anjing. Wah, anjing mah rumah aing bau-bau mau hujan, boy. Kalau bau hujan udahlah, saatnya bisa disudahi dulu kalau sudah ada geladak geluduk. Nah, ini nih, craft ammunition. Pala ya kan? Dia lo nggak tahu siapa gua anjing, hah? Nah, gitu. Lo siapa? Udah lo sana, maksudnya itu tadi kan. Jadi si Petra itu mau nyelamatin warga-warga sini kan. Nah, warga. Nah, tadi ada satu lagi tuh Tom Holland Kolan, seperti namanya itu. Ya itulah namanya. Dia tuh mau ngeluting itu tuh Stormbird tuh, tapi dihalangin sama warga sini karena dikiranya mengganggu mediasi apa sih namanya, meditasi. Akhirnya terjadi kesalahpahaman tolol itu ya. Oke, ada lagi quest di embassy, main quest ya ini on hold, selebihnya nggak ada ya. Melepet nih, bukan ini kayak nggak salah training gitu ya. Oke, lanjut lagi ke story utama berarti. Salah cok. Kita berangkat ke Barren Light finally. Setelah berapa jam akhirnya lanjut lagi ke kota yang kita mau, cok. Perbatasan di barat Barren Light untuk nganterin siapa teh namanya, kedutaan kita buat bisa ngobrol sama suku Tenak di barat sana. Jadi kita bisa mengakses, atau saya bilang kita bisa lewat zonanya mereka dengan aman dan nyaman. Salah jalan, coba Koplo. Mana nih nggak ada quest sampingan lagi nih, woi. Lurus-lurus aja nih hidup. Nge-save dulu, nge-save. Soalnya tempat travel juga tadi, bonfire tuh, tempat bisa teleport. Lama lewat sini, cok. Punten bang, lupa lewat bang, asli. Nggak maksud, sumpah nggak maksud. Asli bang, nggak maksud. Kuas hijau tuh. Bentar, cok. Ada babi. Sayang pakai pelurunya, goblok. keren ya si karakter kita duduknya pindah, Cok. Nah, ini penting, Cok. Binatang ini penting. Oke. Bos hijau nih, bos. Senggol dong.
Iron light.
Ah. Ribet.
Last part of the Sundom before the Forbidden West. And Karja Horn. Yeah, that means the embassy starting soon.
Wah, ada trompet, Cok. Dengar gak tadi trompet? Nah, itu trompet kayak trompet apa itu ya?
Hey, what happened here?
What do you care?
Don't you?
As it happens, no. You know, I was already having a crappy day, and now these two idiots picked my shift to climb the damn mountain. Wouldn't be so bad if this one weren't so heavy.
Wait, 2 idiots?
Did I stutter? Yeah, 2. Heard another one shouting up top. Sounds like they got caught between sharp claws and a sharper fall.
Someone's in trouble. Aren't you gonna do something?
Self-inflicted. And I got my hands full with this one.
You're seriously not going to help?
You seriously are?
Someone's in trouble at the top of the cliff. I better get to climbing.
Kayaknya aku harus bantuin dia katanya. Ada yang naik ke gunung di shift gua katanya, bangsat. Lu gak bantuin? Enggak lah, lu liat tangan gua penuh gini nih ngangkatin ini mayat gitu kan. Bentar, belum dijadiin main questnya dulu.
Cook should know what to do with this.
Naik ke atas ya. Naik ke atas, salah kiri bos. Eloy, ke atas. Kayak belum bisa tuh bunga merah itu anjir.
Get away from me, you bucket of balls!
Goblok miss anjing. Wah anjing satu hit kok.
Exploring cauldrons might teach me how.
Ah! Bentar jemput. Karena nggak mau nolong gua. Yang terperosok.
Here forever. You did it! You got them all!
Angkat tebing seenteng gitu ya, perutnya pasti suspek. Buset, hati-hati ini mah. Perut bukan sembarang perut.
It's always good to have extra.
Iya katanya, tolong jangan mati. Ya, tak dulu jembot aing nyangkut. Bukannya nggak mau nolong, bos. Sabar. Orang sabar sayang Tuhan. Main asal, jangan mati di sini. Nanti aku bisa stuck selamanya. Iya, sabar. Tak dulu, bos. Looting dulu. Ini sini ternyata ada jalan tadi ke bawahnya, sialan. Panik itu gitu. Bukannya nggak mau nolong nih, bos. Sabar.
Let me thank you properly.
Are you hurt?
I live. My so-called bodyguard. You see him on your way up?
It was hard to miss him. He's dead.
Oh. Guess that's what I get for believing in the first chuff in the tavern who said he was a mountain-climbing machine hunter. At least I don't have to pay him now.
What are you doing up here?
That used to be a signal tower. The mechanism uses a special lens which, in some very specific circles, is highly valuable. And since the Karja are planning on tearing them down, I was going to liberate the lens before it got destroyed. You get it for me, and the lenses from the other towers. I'll make it very worth your while.
You said that was a signal tower.
In its day, it was a sight to see. All 6 of them, all lit up, all around the Daunt. They used to warn folks that the Tanaks are coming, for whatever that was worth. As you can imagine, the Karja spared no expense putting them together. Hence the fancy lenses in need of a new home before the towers are torn down.
So you're a thief.
I'm more what you'd call an opportunist with a good eye for business. Look, the Karja are gonna tear all these towers down anyway. They see no value here. They're trying to make nice with the Tanakh now. See? It's a victimless crime. Opportunity.
Malam
Tell
lagi
that to
geng.
your friend down there.
Ini masih lanjut main gini nih, Pak.
Self-inflicted.
Sepertinya ada bunyi geluduk-geluduk juga nih.
Why can't you do it?
Look, even if I hadn't hurt my ankle here, I'm clearly nowhere near as capable as you. Oh, come on. I can't just let the lenses go to waste. That's not what my father would have wanted.
Ya, jadi butuh lensa itu ya. Awalnya dulu tadi buat mantau tenak ya. Tapi katanya mau dihancurin. Nah, dia mau ngambilin ini, Jo.
Looks like you're quite the opportunist too, eh? Let me take these off your hands then. This should be a nice reward for your efforts. I'm an honest merchant after all. Thank you.
Aloy.
Reyna. Well, Aloy, as soon as I'm up for it, I'll be going back to Barren Light to rest this ankle. But I'll stick around in case you want to get me that lens up this tower here. No pressure, just saying. Promise it'll be worth it.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh ya, jadi lensa dia pengoleksi lensa ya. Oke, kita dapat apa sih? Metal shard lumayan. Oke, jadi oh iya. Ini ini signal tower ya. Apa nih? Oh bukan nih. Tadi ada signal tower ya. Iya, ini kayaknya sih tanda tanya ini ya. Tersebar luas signal tower, jadi gitu deh, dia kayak ngoleksi. Bisa di save masih nggak bisa ya? Anjing, di sini nggak ada campfire dong, bangsat. Ayo jalan lagi dong ntar ke sini. Ya udahlah ya, nggak apa. Aing save dulu. Ya. Kita save dulu deh. Aku save dulu. Jadi saya lanjutkan setelah keadaan hujan dan kawan-kawannya stabil, sambil benerin kamera gue dulu boy. Kamera aing masih belum bener-bener nih. Jadi terima kasih yang sudah menonton. Aku izin off streaming dulu. Terus saya save. Continue di nanti dilanjut dari sini ya ceritanya. Kita ngumpulin lensa dulu nih kayaknya nih, nanti lanjut lagi. Oke, off dulu. Terima kasih sudah mau gluduk-gluduk, saya panik. Nanti lanjut lagi. Mantap off dulu, bye bye, makasih.